I'm Scott Lunga. I'm a director here at Innovior. I look after the intelligent automation service line. My job is to introduce customers to emerging technology, help them quantify the value they could realize from that technology, and provide the technical teams to deliver the value. Gen AI is excitement, is what I'd say in one word. It's practical and tangible for us. We've been getting our hands dirty and learning as you go. There's no rule books for this, but it's opening up use cases that we never thought were possible before from a technical perspective, as well as from a cost. Generative AI has brought AI into the limelight more broadly. The technology has been in use for years. However, it was mostly in the background where people didn't see it or experience it. Recently, with ChatGPT, you suddenly had a large range of people interacting with the technology, understanding what's possible, and thinking about how they could use that in the workplace. That's also come with concerns about what could go wrong across the industry. For us, we've been working with emerging technology for almost a decade. We've seen previous hype cycles before. What's proven true for us is a practical approach where we move quickly, actually get our hands dirty, and learn on the job. We've created a simple 4-step framework that we believe is the right approach to take with generative AI. The 4-step process for generative AI. Firstly, discovery, helping customers zoom in on the value creation opportunities available. Step 2, prototyping. We're helping you identify the correct technology mix for your organization and developing a scaled down solution. Step 3, production ready, taking that from a prototype into something that you can distribute across the whole organization. 4, curation and monitoring, ongoing evolution of the models and ensuring that you've got the right controls in place to use it safely. If you think about where to get started with generative AI, there are 3 things to think about. Firstly, building a prototype. Secondly, picking one of the use cases that are emerging as front runners that have enough information to justify a prototype. Pick one and get started. Thirdly, there's nothing better than a prototype that's been customized on your own information with your own staff members interacting with it in a test and learn fashion. Taking a deeper look into how we help customers identify the value creation opportunities with generative AI, which is the first step in our 4-part framework. We start off by looking at your organizational strategy, so understanding what you're trying to achieve more broadly with AI. We then bring in our understanding of where generative AI specifically could help your organization, so we can bring in use cases that we've understood from the industry. We can also customize some of your case studies and fit them in with what is possible with generative AI. We then have demonstrations, so there's nothing better than art of the possible, so we can also come in and talk to you about previous use cases and case studies to just bring the excitement and get everyone engaged. What you get out of that is a quantified roadmap. So that means what are you going to do in the next 0 to 3 months, 3 to 6, and over the next 12-year term? What's the value creation across those time horizons? And what's the investment and timeline required to achieve those milestones? We're really excited to talk about the examples that we have with our customers when it comes to generative AI. The first one is what we're calling intelligent knowledge base. Think about all the time you spend searching for information. We're saving 30 minutes per day across every staff member who uses this technology. And the value is that it's answering based on your organization's information and not from anything on the internet. So you know it's safe and it always answers correctly. An example that we're really excited about, which we believe is the industry first, is what we're calling Agent Assist. Agent Assist is an Outlook email plugin that analyzes incoming emails and generates a response based on internally approved standard operating procedure. It takes the noise out of the mailbox, but ensures that responses that go out are adhering to your internal standards. If you're thinking about how to live with the generative AI solutions in production, that part's really interesting for us. The living and breathing with it is where the rubber hits the road. The main risks and concerns that people have are, how do I manage the data security of the solution? How do I track and evaluate the quality of responses? And how do I go back in time if I ever have an issue and need to understand what happened? For our customers, we're doing 3 things to help with this. We're tracking which users are asking questions to the model. We're also tracking the questions that get sent to the models, as well as the responses that come back. We're also looking at the quality of responses over time to ensure that they're still as good today as they would be in 3 months' time. And the last one is we've got an audit functionality where we can go back in time and review what happened if you ever need to look back in time. What makes our consultants here at Innovior experts in the field? I would say there's two things. The first thing is we've got practical knowledge. There's no rule books that have been set in stone with this technology, given how new it is. We've been getting our hands dirty for over a year now, and we've got lessons learned about how to do this properly. The second aspect is our practical approach. We understand the risks and concerns that people have, and we have plans to mitigate that. At the same time, we're not going to let the concerns stop us from making progress. Our consultants keep abreast with the latest and greatest in technology trends. I would say for our more traditional technologies that we use, there's tried and tested certification pathways that our technology partners provide. With newer technologies like generative AI, we have to rely on blog posts that they put out. The second aspect is actually having our hands on the tools and looking at the software updates that are happening every week in case of some of the technologies. How do you know you can trust Innovior with your generative AI? Firstly, we've deployed these solutions with our customers. That means we've got a wealth of lessons learned. Secondly, we've taken those lessons learned and developed a 4-step framework that can be used to help speed up the prototype development and ultimately deliver business value.